So, recording is in progress. We can start. Yeah, let me please open the agenda. Okay, 6th of May. Here we are. So, at first, would you like to tell anything? Do you have any news?
Well, we presented I sent you a copy, but I don't know if it was the final draft. We presented the project for the network of Latin American persistent identifier. And responding to the call of investing open infrastructure that has 1.5 million as a budget for the creation of the network. We aim to our project, what states is to create a network with the instances of installation of ARC persistent identifiers as national initiatives for Latin America. Can be national, local, depends how the network, and add a layer of interconnected with the DHT persistent and decentralized persistent identifier that will collect the metadata and share into the network. So we are combining what John is developing with what we are working here with your communication and the DHT specifically for the metadata.
Okay, this is really the perfect news.
If what we are aiming is to get the financial. We got support from John. We got support from Latindex. We got support from Redalic, that is also the indexes of open access in Latin America. We got support from more than 10 countries, institutional support, and we can see it as a way forward. Even if we don't get the money, we will move slower, but we will go forward with this project. And we'll see. We put the budget for you also. If we get the money, maybe we have to spend some time in Latin America. I don't know if it's up to you.
Well, I would be glad to visit and to spend some time, and also for working. Let's say the only thing I would have problems with is immigration rules in Italy, you know.
To go back in.
Yes, to go back in Italy, because once I don't have the valid stay permit, then they would not allow me to cross the border from outside if I am not going from Russia.
Okay, so if you will move out of Italy, you have to go back in. You have some time span, so you don't lose your.
Well, it depends. It depends from the rules. It depends from a lot of things. So I would say,
if you leave Shanghai, you are already out of the. You have to come back from Russia.
Yes, actually, yes and no, because this is a gray zone in the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's due to the current situation. It's also because the Schengen countries are now enforcing the border control between each other, and it could be quite difficult. Anyhow, just to let you know, I have on 17th of July, I have my introduction in the immigration office. And afterwards, I will know, let's say, the time estimation about when I would have the valid stay permit.
Okay. Well, anyhow,
Yeah.
still this project, as I told you, we are aiming for the financial. It's a long shot. I mean, we are confident that the project is good. We are confident that it has the potential. But of course, the money always comes with interest behind. We don't know. We don't know how it will operate. More than 100 projects are already presented, and only 3 will get a financial support. So we really don't know. If we move slower, then it will be hard for us to do the financial. It will be more like collaborative. The good in the positive side is that the problem that we are stating as diagnosed is shared. So this is a positive thing. Many people are seeing what we are seeing regarding the need for a tool to solve the persistent identifying infrastructure, especially for the Global South. The second positive aspect is that John Kunze is on board. So ARC and the full development of ARC is on board. So ARC infrastructure already is a very positive, and it's quite decentralized already. So this is a very positive aspect as well. And then we got many people involved, at least committed and supporting the project. It will be ideal to have the money as well. So we will speed up the things. We will be able to organize gatherings and hackathons and really give it a push forward. If not, we will do it in a more artisan way. But we believe that this that the project has the potential to work out.
Yeah. Well, it's again, it's a good news. It's a great news. Now I may also share the news from my side, because I actually completed, but I didn't upload it yet, the tests of generating and sharing using the OpenDHT, the public key. Because it's actually it is the same like it is done in BitTorrent. So the address in the OpenDHT is a hash point of the public key. And then once you want to recognize this public key, you should have it on your machine in some configuration file.
Like SSH.
Yes, and you should sign it. So you should disclose your identity to. Yeah.
So it's like a SSH login, more or less.
Yes. Let's say it's a recognition. It's a recognition because you are publishing your signature. Yeah, you are publishing your signature. And once no one did this, then let's say you have no rights to register an agent.
And who creates the key gen? I do it on my own computer, and then I share with you the public hash.
For now, yes. For now, it is like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And just let.
And who validates the username? So let's say I create a keychain. I create a username, private password or passphrase, and I share with you my public hash. Then you register manually. There's an administrator.
Yes, but it's let's say as it's the system is not completely centralized, anyone else will see who have recognized this public key.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's let's say the totally mutual system. At least it seems to be. And to be, let's say, to be precise, my current test is using the mnemonic system to store the private key. So it's like it is done in the crypto wallets. It's a local thing. So you are receiving the huge 20 words passphrase, and you can restore the public key. It's for testing. To be honest, I don't think I will do something like that, but in my opinion, would be like a web service, for example, basing on hosted in the university that can use the, let's say, the third-party accounts to generate and store their private keys. So it's completely could be out of the system, because what really I want to concentrate on is the interaction with Git, because all the records we could hold are actually the Git repositories. Sorry, I should now to switch off my microphone to reply for the call.
Okay.
I'm very sorry for this delay. It was
No
the
problem.
call from my landlords, so I should reply. Yeah. So the thing is, which is not already done, is the interaction with Git. So once the nodes are exchanging the messages using OpenDHT, the thing is about storing the realms, because once you are requesting the realm, you should completely download the part of it.
Okay. And if we are thinking with the ARC identifier, where will that have the real will be the shoulder the will be the hash that generates those ARC. Are we?
Let's say when you are resolving ARC, it will be ARC with prefix, and then the splitted hash obtained from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
so the real should be the same. The one who creates who registers the hash table and who generates the last part of the key.
Yes, but also the records should be available between each other. So one record should have a possibility to for being resolved to another record. For example, every user sharing his public key automatically already have his own realm. It's a hash of this public key. So it's much easier, let's say, to have just a single range system, which actually stores. For example, if you have an OR-seed, you have the realm in the realm called OR-seed, the ID, and under under the hash stored in this realm, you're having a link to the actual profile of the user owning this metadata. And the record, yeah.
The DHT will work as a meta resolver, not exclusively for art.
No, absolutely. It's because it's actually by its nature, it's not a resolver. So the ledger
is not like a meta resolver.
No, because actually every key within the hash table is a hash. It's actually is SHA-1. So it's 128 bits random number. Let's say it's a
so what the DHT will give you show you is whatever is registered under the hash that is like you are calling. But the point of entrance could be an ORCID, could be an ARC, could be a DOI.
Yes, exactly. Whatever.
Then the information that the DHT will give me back is a structure, or is whatever is pre-structured, or is whatever the real register under it.
For now, it's intended to be the IRO key, which will contain the actually the realm, the part of the realm.
Yeah, but when I, for example, I enter, I as a user, not as a register, but I consult the DHT, and I with a persistent identifier or an ORC ID or an ARC. DHT will give me back some information.
The DHT will give you back the exact address of an agent who owns this part of the realm. So it's like, let's say, who provides it, like in BitTorrent.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's actually you are throwing in the DHT the hash point, and it throws back the list of the nodes, or just the IRO key, because it already contains a list of the nodes that actually store this part of the realm. You are downloading you are downloading the part of the realm, and it's an exact data structure from which you are obtaining the link to the Git repository. And the Git repository is representing a record.
Okay. It will and it's a Git repository that the user of the realm maintains.
Yes. Or it's or it is a link
to a location for a article, for example.
Or for example, a different identifier. because it's somehow it could be, for example, a DOI.
Yeah, but let's say if it's an arc,
Yeah.
could we expose metadata, a layer of metadata that the arc does not have in the registry, or we should create something else to store that metadata?
For now, this is what I'm working on about the storage of this metadata, because they should be more lightweight enough for being shared using a DHT.
Yeah. Maybe you should have to open Alex for that.
Yeah, because I have already examined it a bit. I didn't dig
So
too
I think
much in the
there,
set of the scripts. Yeah.
but there maybe we have a hint of what the end result could be. So it's a lightweight metadata script, and that we could add a layer of metadata and description for any persistent identifier if the owner of the realm wish to do it. Of course, should not be forced, because otherwise we would set a structure that is compulsory.
Yeah. But it's let's say it's again it comes to the task of ledgering the data.
Yeah.
Because and this is what I am already working on. Yes, I will examine OpenAlex to see if their GitHub repository actually, because this is their GitHub.
Yeah.
It's our research and OpenAlex. Okay, yeah. So I will have a look at the set of scripts. And the thing is not actually the ledgering, but the storage. Because actually this storage is mutable.
Yeah, it's like Radical.
Yes, but Radical is completely built out from the Git.
Yeah. The thing is, for Radical, you need some sharing network in order to sustain it. A seeding network. So we will also need a seeding network, like an initial seeding realms that maintains the stability of the whole centralized.
Yeah, this is why actually it was a reason why I was pushing on the OpenDHT. Because actually, once you have some nodes established and bootstrapping from each other, you have the sailing network.
Yeah, but it's not bad if we commit, let's say, universities to sustain the seeding.
Yes, of course.
Could be designed that way as well.
Yeah, just what I wanted to say for now. I actually I don't know how to would be done because for now I'm writing the tests for only the OpenDHT because to be honest I don't have so much time.
No problem. But let's take it as side notes. And another thing, I don't want to give you homework, but the other thing that would give us a clue of how can be done is the logs and clocks protocols.
Could you please share the link or?
Yeah, let me see because of my phone. is how, you know, in the OGS and OMP systems, is how metadata is preserved by the acronym is lot of copies keeps information safe or something like this. Locks and clocks. He has a turtle as a logo. I'm looking for it.
Locks and clocks.
Yeah, clocks. Double S at the end. Preserving a scholarship for future generations. I found it.
Okay, digital preservation services clocks.
Yeah. Did you find it? Or I should.
I find it clocks.org. Digital preservation, locks, clocks, and portico. Locks, clocks, and portico.
Yeah. So maybe there also.
Yeah, I will share it also on the chat. Here it is, and this is an article about them.
I don't know if they have a Git with the protocol and how it works. This person already mentioned is Vicky Rake and David Rosenthal. No, this is something else. This is a non-profit organization. We have to see if they share.
OJS platform. It has a GitHub. It has a hosted on GitHub.
Yeah.
So here is
OGS. The OGS platform. We already also got support for our project from them. At least not formal, but they expressed interest.
I may really say thanks to you too for this point, because it has really a good description, and I will examine this at least. I think on Thursday, Friday, I will do it.
Not rush, just to so we keep it side notes, because otherwise, if you will divert from what you were already doing, and you have also your work to do. But, but let's keep side notes. If we can dedicate fully to this, if we get financial aid and we can dedicate fully to this we should how to say?
We should be following some highlights we have.
Yeah. But also, of course, if we get financial, if we get the fund, also what we will be able to not only to organize hackathons and put money in the development of the community of developers, you know. Open source software, although in theory does not need much funding, it really needs to create, to maintain and sustain a community. You need funding.
Yes, it's
DOI and Crossref and DataSite, they are not investing heavily on technical infrastructure. They put most of the money in community engagement, community management, in sponsoring events. This is where they are putting the money to maintain the how to say, hegemony.
let's say to maintain the involvement and testimonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why the whole how to say academic is around them because they're creating community. Let's say.
Yeah. Yes. They are just creating, so they are attracting, and then the community starts boiling, but by itself.
Yeah. So it will be good if we can get
Yeah,
this done. Oh,
I would like to investigate a bit in the system, but after I will publish some tests because at least we
yeah,
have
yeah, of course.
we must have the recognition system over OpenDHT. Afterwards, I would be let's say less nervous about this.
And I don't want to divert your roadmap because you are taking a lot of work and you know your roadmap and your steps. But these comments I do is just to keep track. Okay, after this could be a way. At some point, maybe the options will be there. I don't know, but it's good to
Well,
have some
yeah,
long view.
always good to have some, let's say, side notes and side points. Yes, of course, of course. But sometimes the things may happen that you could never expect. Like me this week when we actually did an error in the software that actually actually moved away the synchrotron in Trieste for some time. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, and
It was exactly about this. Because today, yeah, we spent 2 days fixing a bug.
oh really?
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
delay a lot.
Yes, because when you are running the hyper vacuum facility, it requires a lot of time to restore it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry for that. For sure, it was a lot of stress.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, it's very pretty good side points to have, and I would like to investigate after I will complete some tests. And just to return to the topic uh, about the conferences. I didn't have a look on the open science proposal by Benko, but you know that we are already in the participant list in the FISMAT.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the first thing we should agree on it's an authors list because I guess it would be me, you, Benko, and Jonas.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe Georgos if he would like to participate. I don't think so because he doesn't have a lot of time. But maybe if he would like to contribute something.
Yeah,
Yeah, and yeah, about the FISMAT, I have no news. No more news. I contacted some people involved on the synchrotron, and they are, let's say, quite staying with the green light. So we may participate.
and there you will present uh, the the tool, the working group, the dynamics. How do you?
As it's already written in the abstract, I think it would be on the dynamics and the working group. Let's say limited section on the development, because not so many people on this conference are really involved.
Okay, so we could write some paragraphs on what is the danger we perceive and what the question problem of our research.
Yes, exactly. And also the ethical points you have done before.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we presented in that way. In my last I presented, we kick off the research at the University of Buenos Aires. We kick off the research program for persistent identifiers, which I'm leading with Carlos and myself. We are leading. They are also now what I'm doing is confronting directly with DOI. I don't know if in the FISMAT is that approach should be there, but what I'm doing is because in the research I did, it will be published in Spanish. Later I will see if it will be translated. What I found out is, this Internet Task Force in the MIT at the beginning of the 90s, they had the whole archive of emailing open. So you could read all the emails from Tim Berners-Lee at the Internet Task Force. And there I found out that the editorial houses, they write to Tim Berners-Lee regarding the persistent identifiers. That was already a problem addressed at the beginning of the Internet by the librarians and the OCLC, Library of Congress. They did also some persistent URL, the Perl persistent identifier. That later they couldn't maintain because it was based on the web and the address. It was based on a URL, and it didn't work because even they changed.
Actually, it was based on DNS.
Archive.
Yeah, actually, it was based on
DNS.
DNS.
Exactly. So that was moved to now it's moved it's maintained by the Internet Archive. But this also the handle, but that came later on. And the editorial houses, they say we don't want to lose our property, intellectual property, because what happened was that researchers, especially health science researchers, they were thinking in publishing the digital version of all their research open for the public under the NHA's digital library. The National
Institute of Health. Yeah.
Yes, they wanted to publish for free in open everything. The research that they understood that it was that you had to pay to get the printed version, but they said they feel that the intellectual property was from the researcher side, and that they have the right to publish it for free in the open. When the editorial houses, they found out, they quickly jumped and created DOI to block that.
Yeah.
So, and this is written in the mail, that they will create the DOI to preserve the intellectual property rights. So when they say that the DOI is a tool for the open, we can confront it from the beginning, and with that mail as proof, that was never the intention, and we will never be a solution for that.
Completely agree, because to be honest, I see that the auditorium of the FISMAT, it would be quite, let's say, diverse. A lot of people from a lot of areas of science. So we should not stay afraid of confronting with DOI. And it is, let's say, the place in which we can buzz about it. And these letters and these, or as they are openly published, it would be really a good place, because let's say all the materials will be then published openly for sure.
Okay, so we move. You agree? We got this with that.
Yes.
Okay.
It would be really a great example, because a lot of people from, let's say, a lot of organizations will see it.
Okay, so it will be an overview of the persistent identifier. Why it is important? You know, this fair concept is there because Elsevier pushed it.
Yeah.
But we could now they established the importance of fair. They established already the importance of the persistent identifiers and the fair exchange. Now these principles, and we can use it in our favor. But proposing a more community-based solution and not central and private. So it could be like an overview of persistent identifiers, why they are important, why the current infrastructure does not work, and because in the origin is private by nature, centralized, the dangers of centralization, and is directly affected by the policies from the, for example, Crossref is directly affected by the policies of the USA government. So Cuba cannot have a persistent identifier because it has economic. Iran cannot have a persistent identifier, and Russia soon will not be able to have persistent identifier as well. We don't know which country will get in trouble with the USA and
and also the only thing I could remark on this is we should more be speaking about not the countries but the scientists within, because the policy the policies enforced by the governments are not they are affecting the people, but the people are the first.
That's why the health research done in Cuba, the thing that we cannot get access to that research is not affecting only Cubans, it's affecting all of us.
Yes, it's affecting all of the society.
Because human society is not accessing that corpus of knowledge that is residing on the island that is heavily with a long tradition of health research.
Yeah, and then it would be affected by something else.
Yeah. So let's say mathematicians from Iran, because mathematicians from Iran are very good, but you cannot read them.
Yeah, and not only because they are trying to publish in Persian, just because they don't have any way to pass their works with the links. Yeah. Yes, and we should at least mention about it. Let's say in context, let's say that the the governance by the government is not, let's say, what the people really need.
It's not sustainable it's not sustainable at all, because it's centralized, and the centralized is always the governance. Centralized governance is It's not sustainable.
Yeah, yes, it's actually,
So
and we should, yeah,
we should be able.
mention it also in the context of fair. Because remember, remembering the presentation I was doing for the Expanse project, it was exactly this. So once without let's say not even federated but decentralized model, the data and the metadata are not becoming fair because they are immediately losing the interoperability. Once you must comply with some policies.
Yeah, of course. So, and it goes along the lines that we presented, the human heritage with the perspective of sustainability in the perspective of human heritage.
Yeah, and this is what I have written about in my LinkedIn article, which is not visible for most of us.
Yeah. So we combine that, and I think we have it. I will add some bibliography that I'm reading now regarding the sustainability, but with what we have already, we can do something. What is the date for this FISMAT?
FISMAT is 11th of July.
Okay, we have time. We can work it out. Do you want to start the Google Doc and then we?
I think we could start a Google Doc. Google Doc is already started, so we can just link with it the presentation, and I think that's all. Because here is an ideation, so we can just dedicate a section.
Okay, so it's how many? Is 15 minutes? How many minutes?
Let's say for the presentation, I think it would be not more than 12 minutes. So let's say not more than 15 slides.
Okay. And then we will also write an article, that a script. You will be traveling there.
Yes, and I didn't ask about it from the organizing committee. Maybe it would be invited, but I guess it would be afterwards. So I think it is better to try to find a journal, but afterwards, I think in September, to place an article in September. No problem.
So, but at least so you have, if you have to present arguments or whatever, to have something already structured would be good.
Yes, I don't think we would have a requirement about it. Let me please see on Mattermost. Okay, conference pinned. No, it is not required. It is not required. So it will be only the conference. It would be completely discussion oriented.
Okay.
Yeah, we may write something. We may present something, and for example, we could publish some notes, and afterwards to prepare a preprint based on these notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I will read what Benke shared. I tried to do it last night, but I didn't have time. I had to take my daughter to swim class.
Yeah, good.
But I will have a look.
Thank you. Thank
We
you,
have
Shu.
time, and when is the deadline for Open Science retreats?
Open Science, just a
This
sec, Open Science Conference. The deadline is, it opens. So, 23rd of May.
Oh, okay, okay. So
I
still
think,
sometimes there, right?
yeah, and I think because now the server doesn't seem available. I will try to change the URI, but for now it doesn't seem to be online. I think we could request a discussion session because
Okay.
it's less, let's say, less technical oriented, so we can do something something similar to what was done in Salzburg 2023 on the Open Data Week.
Yeah, and for the Eric call, should we present there?
I will ask him again because I didn't hear from him. But it's a hackathon. It's a hackathon, and after this disaster of the synchrotron, I don't think I would have a time to participate if it will be in this year. By the beginning of the next year, yes. But it should be, yeah, it should be discussed because as I have already heard from him, it's not clear too much also for the organizer how it could be done.
Okay. Slava is going, do you know?
I don't know. Just let's say because this week I for sure will not have a time. Would you like to write to him a private message?
Yeah, I can write. I asked because it will be good to know what's going on there.
Yes, yes, yes. Because he is rarely available. I will try to reach him if I would have time. Again, after yesterday, I don't think I would have so much time this week.
No problem, no problem. Okay, I will leave you there with
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
problems.
Yeah, I would really appreciate any help. And yeah, because I have already told what we have from the software point of view. I think in in a month I would hope to solve the ledgering problem.
Yeah, I think it's still we're in a good path, and we should uh, have two strategies in parallel. First, that we propose already, this is the more or less the roadmap that we said we established last year. Okay, as a group, we
Yeah,
have to establish our identity. We have to promote what we are, at least the problem that we are seeing, and the solutions that we are uh, sketching in the as a solution. What tool needs to be created?
yeah,
That we are doing already. Now there are, in order to make it a reality, there are two ways that we have to move forward. One is the financial sustainability, and the other one is the community growth.
yeah,
Because even if you are the best programmer, you need to talk to others, so the perspective is changed, and other can enrich what you are. Otherwise, you could be trapped in a like drowned in a glass of water, and because you
yes,
don't
yes,
know your own, when your own perspective is failing you. That's why
yeah,
the open software is created in community. So we are moving slowly, but we are doing what we had to do. Looking for financial support, whatever we could call, we could answer that fits to us, but also promoting and coming out, stating clearly what the problem we are perceiving and the solutions we are aiming to create. And then let's see.
Yeah.
Then
let's see.
We will be the challenge that we will have to face later when this grows is to have a horizontal governance of the whole project. So even if we are the ones who started it, and even we are the ones who put a lot of time and effort in order to kick it off, then you have to be able to,
the project will start its own life.
Yes, we have to also set our minds for that, so we don't dream.
Yes.
But it will be there. I am confident.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, unfortunately for now I should go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
thank
you very much. Thank you very much. And
thank you.
Yeah, see you in 2 weeks. I think it will be 20th of May.
Yep.
Okay.
20th of May.
Okay. So I will plan the next meeting for the same
Still will
time.
be summertime for you.
Yeah, still will be summertime because we will come to the winter time in October.
Ok. Perfetto. Ci vediamo.
Sì. Ciao.
Addio.
Thank you very much.
Ciao.